first question for everyone who watches our show: who are these guys?
It's been a few weeks.
Yes, it was pointed out to me just as we were getting set that, like, it's been a month. Has it really been that?
It's been four, not including the Advent calendar, but for this regular show, the Wednesday nights, it's been 4 weeks.
Wow.
Wow.
Or as
you try to sound like a seal? or
get down and make like a circus seal. I totally do. Wow, how do we do this anymore? Okay, so Advent calendar only was a couple weeks ago, and we've taken a couple weeks off. But for the stuff, and as we said, yeah, how's it going? So welcome. This show is called the Crafty Boys, if you've forgotten, which I'm sure you have. And we like to drink beer and tell you about our experiences because we've been doing this for a long time, and therefore we are experts.
Okay, so next month, like we're talking like a few weeks here, is our 5-year anniversary of this.
Is it really?
Yes, we started in February 2015. It is almost February 2020.
Oh wow!
So I mean, we're talking like 5 years here. We know our stuff. We are like freaking beer experts.
Damn.
We have been doing. We have been consuming so much beer that we have totally forgotten how beer tastes because it has decimated our taste buds.
All right, so what are we doing this week?
We're doing a beer that we actually purchased this beer
a long time
ago. I know that we purchased it a long time ago because I saw it in Dave's fridge only a few weeks ago, and I saw it about a few weeks before that. So the beer today is Hoyne Brewing's Gratitude. It is the Winter Warmer, extra strong, 900% alcohol by volume.
One of the reasons why we've chosen to do this beer is because actually 2 episodes ago, which was like in December 3rd or something like that, we did one called Santa's Sack from Bridge Brewing, which was a Belgian strong. And you guys gave it an 11 out of 10. An 11 out of 10. I did not. Because I said I've had beers that have the similar style that are better than that one. If you guys gave that one 11 out of 10, I'm banking you guys are going to give this one a 15.
Wow. Them strong words, sir.
I want to point out that this dog has been bad. She has been bad. She has been eating furniture. And yeah, I want to know that. Lily, have you been bad? Oh, Lily, you're getting the middle finger from the peanut gallery. What did you do? What did you do? Sniffle.
So, of course,
all right. So
I want to point out the beer comes in this nice little paper sort of thing.
Yes.
You take that off, throw it away. They did that instead of doing wax, which I love.
You like the wax better? All right.
No. I love the paper as opposed to the wax.
Yeah, me too. I mean, we had that issue with I had an issue with the wax on the old cellar dweller that we cracked open last year, and mine had been sitting around like yours for like 3 years or 2 years, something like that.
2 years.
And mine was rusting underneath the wax.
So this is what the label looks like underneath the paper. It's got a lot of writing on it. I don't think we could attempt to read it all.
Hang on, here we go. I gotta read this here. Hang on. These are not my reading glasses. Okay, no, those. This is my Bono look, except they're not big enough. Hang on.
Are you really going to try and read all of this?
I'm going to read it. Here we go.
Okay, while you're reading it, we're going to open it and start pouring.
Yeah, you do that. All right, here we go. This is what drinking beer does to you, children. You got to get these things out. So here we go.
Okay, it smells awesome. I would just like to say.
It does smell awesome.
Oh, I forgot these still have the plastic covers on them. Hang on 1 second. This is what age does to you kids. So if you drink a lot of
Shane,
Yeah.
give it up and just pour the damn beer.
Oh no, I can do this. I can do this.
You can do this. All right.
Thanks.
He's gonna do it.
It's our first show of the year. Happy New Year, by the way. And,
Happy New Year.
Cheers.
All right, so here we go. So Hoyne Brewing has written a small novel on this bottle for people who are naturally given to generosity, no matter their means. For industrious people who build great things and small, and take pride in accomplishment. For people who try to do their best but cannot. For people who only half believe their own stories. For people who are steeled against the cage of adversity, but still sing. I'm waiting for the Star Trek quote. It's going to pop up here somewhere. For people who laugh with ease and abandon. For scientists and poets who drill through mountains to get at the truth. For good neighbors, good Samaritans, strangers who show kindness. For artists who shrug with indifference at being labeled an artist. For people who, despite the odds, cling to the hope that things will somehow get better. For people who grow, produce, and sell our food. For keeping us nourished and alive every day. For people who smile with their eyes. For children who, with open eyes, open minds, open hearts, perpetually renew us. For people of all walks who carry themselves with grace and humility. For people who speak with eloquence and ease. For people who listen with empathy. Oh, I'm only halfway. For people who relish slowly a beautiful meal. For people who cannot always say what they mean but keep trying. For people for people who, like Houdini, are always escaping. For musical people who bring us the mysterious beauty of another language. For astronauts, for confirming our isolation and fragility, and thus our need for peace and sustainability. For people with an unrelenting intellect. For people immersed. That's the wrong one. Hang on. For people, I have to go to the other side of the bottle again, who carry the banner of a great cause, regardless of the weight. For people who ride bicycles and thus stay forever young. For people immersed in science and the art of healing. For people who alloy their might with temperance and compassion. For savants and mystics. Mystics, really? Who defy comprehension. For people who, like Clark Kent, disguise their inner greatness. For people who articulate with stunning clarity their purpose. For people who streak their hair, dress differently, and wrap themselves in strangely lovely things. For people who speak with surgical precision. For people who happily wallow in the ambiguity of language. For people who, like me, struggle with the enormity of the universe and the idea of infinity. For people who capture and synthesize our gentle suffering into song. For rumpled people, weathered people, people creased by time and circumstance. For people determined to get by, earn every day. For exquisite people who glide with poise and style. For frail people with stories that reach back into a time nearly forgotten. For people who tear great holes in the very fabric of our strongly woven beliefs. For damaged people who show us what it means to be whole. For people happily caught in love's sticky web. For people who cannot buy religion but talk to God daily. For people whose children love to talk to. For gifted people who write, paint, or sing. For people who or not because they can, but because they must. For people who shine from within. For people who burn from within. For the king's fool who not because they can, but because they must. For people who did I say that? The king's fool who delicately tucks great cruise behind his curtain of laughter and antic for people who see angels and never tell a soul. For people. Gratitude. Holy mother of Murgatroyd. That was
I can't believe you read that whole thing. I mean,
Hats off.
well, it was easy to read, but in terms of the content, but oh my god, try and read the damn thing. Hello, Bally Penis, opening up my bottle. Finally.
All right, Shane's got to get caught up to us here. We're already over 10 minutes in, and he hasn't even tried the beer yet.
Hang on. I know. Here we go. So here we're rocking and we're rolling with the beer pour. Here we go.
Got to give it a smell.
Gallery. This is for the Peanut Gallery, who cuddles the dogs and keeps snapping their fingers to get me to give it to them quicker. There you are. Hang on. All right. The aromatic test. Here we go. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm feeling it. All right, feeling it. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now the big test. Here we go, tasting it. For people who enjoy decent beer from the refrigerator. One thing I will point out that I noticed earlier today when I took the bottle out, making sure I had it, is the bottle is wrapped in the paper. It doesn't keep the bottle as cold as it could be. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't notice that. I didn't really realize that paper is much of an insulator.
Who knew? I just noticed it when I took it out. So this beer here is, of course, got a nice color to it. It has a very nice, a subtle aromatic portion.
It's got a spiciness to it.
It's definitely got a kick to it. Of course, there are no ingredients anywhere that I can see on the bottle. Checking the paper, which I know does have some information, even though Dave didn't find it yet. With this unique offering, we wish to express a heartfelt gratitude to all those fine folks from our table to yours, best of the season. Brewed and bottled by the Hoyne Brewing Company on Bridge Street in Victoria, BC. The ingredients are filtered water, malted barley, hops, yeast, and spices. The international beer units are Who the Hell Cares. This beer is good.
It is good. It's very good. Now, I don't know if it's exactly the same style of beer as the Santa Sack that we had 2 shows ago, but I think it's similar.
Seems that.
It does taste very similar. It's true.
What does it actually say? Winter warmer, extra strong ale. Yeah,
So, I mean, I would say it's probably like a Belgian ale. It's similar to that, even though it doesn't say that specifically on the label. It's very similar in taste to that style. So I think I'm going to go with that. This is basically a Belgian strong.
I would agree.
What do you guys think? When you're comparing it to the Santa Sack, and I know it was a few weeks ago, but when you're comparing it, what are your thoughts?
Well, the problem is it's been a while since we saw the Santa Sack. Since we had the Santa Sack, and I'm trying to remember exactly what it tasted like. But you're right; it is very similar. Mm-hmm. But that said, I'm going to go with yummy. I'm gonna give this a 10.
Yummy. Yeah, you know, I gave Santa Sack a 9. I think this one deserves a 10 from me. You know, I'll be honest with you. I had this last year, their 2018 batch, and I seem to remember liking it a lot more in the 2018 batch than I am this time around. I'm still enjoying it, but I just seem to remember that the 2018 batch just impacted me a little bit more. Dave?
Fair. That's
Thoughts?
fair.
I am giving this a nice solid 9.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm really liking it. I'm liking that hint of spice.
Mhm.
That's really nice, but it's still it's super smooth.
Very.
Yeah.
So this is a season for those watching. This is a seasonal. It comes out once a year, usually around November-ish, and is available until stock runs out. Here in Victoria, we'll probably here in Victoria, we see, in years past, we tend to still see it on the shelves at the end of January, so and into February. So you probably still pick some up if you're in Victoria. I'm not sure about Vancouver and elsewhere, but in Victoria,
I have not seen it since before the holidays. But again, I haven't been to too many beer stores in the last couple of weeks, so I've been laying low and sleeping a lot. But that's what you do after the holidays. After you ingest so much sugar, you would probably rather have someone else die than yourself, or your liver, or your pancreas, for that matter.
yes.
So, I mean, I gotta say, I took the couple of weeks, these last couple of weeks, not drinking a whole lot because we had so much beer in 24 days. Because I it was the holidays. I got to do a show. You drink beer and then you turn around and someone's like, "Hey, have a beer," and I'm like, "Okay, all right." And then
You know what?
Die.
After we did the Thor's Hammer on Christmas Eve, I had a couple of beers on Christmas Day. I had a couple of beers on New Year's Eve. Other than that, I've had nothing since. This is my first beer since. Seriously,
I didn't want to die at this age. I'd rather die many, many years from now. So, well, I mean, I guess in thematic for this beer, I guess really with our 5-year anniversary coming up, I gotta say the fact that we've continued doing this for this amount of time,
that's pretty amazing,
is kind of awesome. And I have
people
gratitude to you people, gratitude to those who are in the show, and gratitude to those who watch. Because otherwise,
but I mean, people didn't believe in us. I mean, a lot of people said that we wouldn't make it longer than like 4.5 years. So,
actually, there were people who were like, "Whatever, you're gonna do this for maybe I don't know a few months, then you get bored." No, we're not bored. If you're bored, well,
I'm not bored.
Find a different show to watch.
So, I have to tell you guys. So I had an opportunity. I think it was a little bit before Christmas. I met some friends at a bar here in town called the Drake Eatery. Now, the Drake Eatery is famous for getting beers at their establishment that you can't buy here normally. Right. So what they did is they brought in a bunch of beers from a place down in Portland, Oregon, called Great Notions Brewery.
Right.
And I tried a particular beer that they have called Unbalanced Breakfast. And just a brief description of this beer is they packed it with 168 pounds of blueberry puree, buckets of Vermont maple syrup, milk sugar, and a sack of whole bean clutch coffee. And so it's kind of like it's got everything from a breakfast, but it's like it's not balanced. So that's why they call it Unbalanced Breakfast. Right. Amazing. Probably the best beer that I've had in 2019. It wasn't on the show. So flavorful and so well balanced. The taste of the syrup, the maple syrup, just shone through. It was absolutely amazing. If you guys ever get a chance to try Unbalanced Breakfast from Great Notions Brewery, take them up on it. Now, it was expensive. Like, I got a little 16-ounce glass. I paid $10 for it. Yeah, it was. I was kind of shocked when I got the bill, but I kind of get it. You know, they have to bring it up from Portland. It's not available anywhere else here locally. I'm not sure about anywhere else in BC.
I've never heard of the brewery myself.
You know what? I bet you Lockhart has, and
I'm
he's
sure he
probably
has.
tried it. And I was kind of hoping he'd be here on the show tonight, and I could sort of talk to him about it. But wow, was it ever?
I
a
think
good
I forgot to send him a note.
Hey,
My fault. But I kind of want to try it now. Where did you?
Okay, so
What
I
is the
think
place called? The eatery?
it's called Great Notions.
No. What was the
eatery is
eatery
the
you
Drake.
had?
The Drake.
Sorry.
The Drake. Thank you.
Oh, the Drake
You've been there,
Eatery.
Shane.
So they're on Lower Johnson area, Victoria, but they bring in these breweries as sort of like a pop-up kind of store. So it's like
Oh,
a
wait.
limited run kind of thing.
The Drake. I actually was at the Drake not too long ago.
We
Oh,
went there
okay.
after the beer fest.
We went there
Shane.
after Beer Fest. That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Sorry, I was trying to think of where I knew the name from, but now I know. Sorry, continue.
Yeah. So they bring in beers from breweries that you can't normally find here. So obviously you pay a premium for that.
Yeah.
And this particular time they were bringing stuff from Great Notions. And the Unbalanced, they had other beers from them as well, but for me the Unbalanced Breakfast was the best.
Unbalanced breakfast.
So I highly recommend that you try it if you get a chance.
I'm tempted to run down there and give it a shot.
You know what? I tried. I some people I was with had other beers from Great Notions, and they were generous and they gave me a little bit of a swig, and they were amazing. Each and every one of them was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah,
Hmm.
a lot of fruity, kind of sour beers that were available. They did have some juicy IPAs, which were great. You know what I would almost love to do is do a road trip down to Portland and go to some of these breweries and check them out locally.
I'm game for that because I've had some friends of mine over here that have gone down and they've done sort of the beer tour of Portland and sort of Washington State.
That would take you frickin' months.
Well, I mean,
it took them
you go down for a weekend and you go to a few of them. You know, some of there's a lot down there. You're not going to be able to hit every single one. You go to a few of the big, the big name people.
Well, there's a bunch of places like Pelican Brewing, I think is down there, which I don't think we've seen any of their beer up here.
I have actually.
Oh, you have? Okay.
I think I have. It rings a bell.
Because Pelican
That's because I told you guys about it. I was there.
That's right.
That's right.
Son of a gun.
No, I have not seen their stuff then. I'm remembering Dave telling me about it.
Yeah, I mean there was a bunch
good,
of places
boys.
down there like
it was
that.
Good.
So.
That would be worth a visit for sure.
Okay. Pelican, Great Notions. I would avoid places like Rogue because you can buy their product.
You can get Rogue anywhere.
Yeah, but it's not like we can get all the Rogue stuff, right? Like
no, we can't get all of the Rogue stuff, but we can get their bigger stuff.
Deschutes.
The same with Deschutes. I mean, anything that's worth getting from Deschutes, we can get it.
Here's the thing, though. I would absolutely frickin' go to Deschutes regardless because it's an experience.
Well, that's true.
Do you get like massaged or?
You get blowjobs and lap dances and yeah.
That's a brewery I could get behind.
Yeah, totally. No, it's just both my lady and I thought the food was impressive. And it's only like 2 blocks away from Powell's, so you can't argue with that.
Okay.
Alan, you're probably just like whatever. Shane, you probably appreciate, but
no. I appreciate it.
Astoria, Oregon.
He wants to go see the Goonies house.
Yeah, they must have breweries in Astoria. This is what I'm saying.
Do we not have to go to Cannon Beach?
How far away is Astoria from Portland?
I'm
thinking it's quite a far.
about an hour or two.
Portland is
And
actually not that far.
The
from
house,
coast, Alan.
the house, the owner of it doesn't want anybody there. Like they're tired of it.
I know, but we're gonna go anyway. Screw those people.
Stealth, baby.
They probably voted for Trump.
But I I will remind you, gentlemen, that Cannon Beach is the home of Pelican Brewing.
This is true.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's also Boy Beer Company, which is one that it's a microbrewery in Astoria. There's also the Astoria Brewing Company, and there's also the Columbia. What's it called? I can't think of the name of it. But anyway, not important. But basically, yeah, I think it would be worth doing a trip to that particular state, that area of the world, and go to Portland, go to a bunch of other places. I think that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, maybe in 2020, this is a goal that we can set.
We can drink beer on the top of Mount Hood.
We can
or die trying.
Or die trying. We can live stream it. Shane's dead first. How do I kill the stream?
How do I kill the stream? His body's just he's still falling. He hasn't hit the bottom yet. Let's wait.
Dave and I are gonna be like, how do we operate all this stuff?
How does the internet work? Shane forgets a lot of the time. Good Lord.
Oh man.
But overall, I give this beer a thumbs up, and I think if you can find it, give it a whir. And if you want to support us in going to into Portland, support us on a beer tour of that fair state. Send us.
Maybe we should start collecting donations for it.
All right.
Here's
my bank account number.
GoFundMe. There we are.
Yeah, a GoFundMe.
That needs to happen.
What we could do is have a contest. Win a date with the Crafty boys.
I'm trying to picture that right now. Okay, here's
all three of us.
All three of us. Oh, we all at the same time. Yes, a date with the Crafty boys. And
none of whom are single.
Could you imagine? So, how you like stuff? I can't imagine anybody, really being excited enough to even bother entering. Kind of like, so we had 0 entries.
Okay, you know what? We got to do this.
We had one.
We got to do this. It's just stupid enough that we got to do this.
So what did you guys do last summer? Went on a date with some losers. And
meaning us, not the contestants, right?
Yeah, exactly. They were really I don't know, they were weird. They talked about beer a lot and they were boring. The Dave guy he smelled weird. The bald dude, I don't know what to say about him. But that weird chubby guy, he was hot. Could you imagine? Climb up and down that piece of meat. Even I'm disgusted. Yeah. Whoa, peanut gallery is having a problem over there. But anyway, I don't know what the hell time it is. Let's leave it at that. And welcome to 2020. Thank you all for watching. And of course, we have severe cases of gratitude for anybody who watches because you're awesome and you stuck around with us for whatever reason. And I'm sorry about Dave. I can't explain anything about him. But anyway,
party on, guys.
Excuse me. As always, Alan, take us out.
Oh, I should turn up the volume.